So while we're talking about hits from the bong, and Alex just found out today's 420, let's talk about weed movies. First weed movie that comes to mind, that top favorite. Go.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Really?
I mean, we're talking about like first weed movies.
Nah,
that
No, I'm not knocking you. No, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying that.
Top weed movies or first
Yeah, weed movies. Top weed movie first.
that
Whatever
we
works for you.
enjoy, personally.
What was it? Snatch.
Snatch?
Snatch or Lock, Stock.
Oh no, you're right. No, Lock, Stock. Lock, Stock did have the guy was one of the. I love that scene. I love the whole scene.
And then there's a girl
Had a
on
pellet
the
gun,
couch.
an Uzi,
Yeah,
whatever the
like-
fuck it was.
No, it's like
Do you remember that at all?
I've never seen it. I told you this.
Oh man, so Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Not seen that either.
That's what it is. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking. That's what it is.
I got it. I know.
So-
I'm fucking. I'm
So
fucking
basically, yeah, you have to mute that dude.
up. It's Patrick Star. It ain't me, Patrick Star.
Um,
no, I'm muted.
In the movie, so much like Guy Ritchie's movies, it revolves around a group of people who may or may not interact with each other, but somehow through 6 degrees of separation they interact with each other. And so there's one group of people that this guy fucking dog eating. He's celebrating 420 also. He just got his specialness.
Nice.
That's gonna be fun background noise. That's just fun for the conversation. Anyway, so there's this group of people that are weed growers. They're farmers. What do you want to call them? And in England of all places, right? Obviously, Guy Ritchie's British, so England's
Yeah.
there. So there's one scene where the one guy, when you first meet these people, the one scene is this guy walking with this doped up chick. Like, she's fucking blazed out of her mind. And he's fucking weed head 101 type of thing. And he's walking around with a bag of fertilizer. So if nobody's seen this movie before, which you haven't, I'm spoiling it.
Don't do that.
Long story short, there's a large part of the movie that revolves around weed. And yes, that's a great reference because I totally forgot about that. And I honestly didn't even have that on my radar until you mentioned it right now. So good point.
Yeah, as a movie person, that's not my favorite genre of comedy movies.
Weed?
But it's just the weed movie, like the stoner movies. Like most of the ones that people really like, I don't care for.
Mm-hmm.
So people are like, "Oh, I love Half Baked."
Yeah.
No, Half Baked was my pick. Thanks for fucking
Half
it up.
Baked blows.
That's like everyone's
I don't like Half Baked.
It's not meant to be a good movie. You're judging it based on like
because-
Goodfellas and shit.
No, I don't do that. And I told you so many times I don't do that because comedies. A good movie is a good movie. Period, regardless of the genre. I don't care how it is, but I just don't like the Cheech and Chong or any weed movie you could think of. I don't like. The only one that comes to my mind that I to this day could watch and enjoy and laugh my ass off is the first. I like them all, but the first Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Yes.
That's good.
I love that movie, and smoking or whatever is part of it, but it's just the whole the bullshit they get into is fucking hilarious,
Dude.
Ryan Reynolds is just pulling the thing down and being like, "Why?"
His sweet chocolate lips.
And that guy in the waiting room with his hand moving closer, and it's like those little things I love so much.
So Half Baked was my top pick. I'm sorry, there were just so many quotable lines from that movie that I love.
I will say I do love Friday and Next Friday too.
Those are weed movies. Those are close. Yeah, I mean those are actual weed movies. I mean, Smokey's a main character, and all he does is smoke and sell weed. So
You ain't got shit to do.
I'm gonna get you high today.
Although it's not a popular opinion, but I as far as which one I'd watch the most, I'd pick the second one over the first one.
Friday.
Next Friday.
That is
Next
a very
Friday,
unpopular opinion.
It's very unpopular, but the second one is just ridiculous. Like there's so many sequences where even thinking about it now.
Isn't that the one with Cat Williams?
No,
that
that
one
was the third
sucks.
one.
Oh, that one's so.
The second
no,
one was with when they introduced Day Day.
the second one.
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps. You trying to hook me up with that little sister, big sister?
She know all the snacks before they hit the street.
It's like you and your cousin Greg.
Little Debbie, she got no snack.
You and your cousin Greg. Hook us up. Is that it? Is that all it takes? I love, dude. That movie is the first one's a better movie, but the second one is, god damn, it's so much funnier, in my opinion. Third one,
there was some good stuff in
third
the
one sucks.
second one. I like the third one.
I hate the.
I love third
last
one.
Last time me and Adam were drinking the cactus from Rain House, your brother was watching the third one, laughing his ass off. Me and Adam were like, Just
There's
dead quiet.
There's some good points in the third one, but to circle back, Half Baked will be my first one, only because I love the lines in that movie. They kill Killer Bee.
There is some good lines.
Fucking
the horse, the diabetic horse. That's
diabetic horse. Come on, like who
I do
up with
that.
shit?
That section is funny. I do like that.
That's
Talking to
hilarious.
the horse.
I don't even remember. It's been a while since I've seen it.
So in the beginning of the movie,
Honey Funyuns, man.
they get super high. Wesley Pipes. He use Wesley Pipes.
It's like full of Wesley Pipes, man.
No, then so then they all get high because they get hit because Thurgood, which is Dave Chappelle's character, gets his free weed from work and he works at a laboratory. Probably the reason why he picked that movie. Name, excuse me. And so they all go home. They get the Wesley Pipes. No. Billy Bong Thornton.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It was Wesley Pipes at first, and they said no,
ones.
get Billy Bong Thornton so they could all share it. So they get the bong or whatever, and they all smoke and shit. And then after that, they want munchies, right? They get the fucking high as shit. They gotta get munchies. So they send the one guy out to get munchies. The one guy is like the softest guy out of all of them. I mean, the softest of the soft.
Yeah, the one guy you wouldn't send.
I mean, no, you can send them.
I wouldn't send him.
But it's what happens afterwards, right? And so to set the tone of the movie, he ends up going to the store. He ends up seeing this horse outside, and he starts feeding the horse all their munchies. And the horse happens to die, and he's wondering, like, what the fuck happened to the horse? And then the cop who rides the horse comes out and says, "What'd you do to my horse?" And he's like, I just gave him some snacks. He's like, he's diabetic. So he gave him all this sugary sweets and shit. And the horse dies, and he ends up going to prison for killing a police officer.
Technically, yeah.
And so the premise of the movie starts with that, where they got to figure out how to make money for this specific to get his buddy out of jail. There's a ton of lines in that. First of all, the fuck you, you're cool, fuck you, I'm out. I love that shit.
But I prefer your pick though. Fast Times is fucking awesome, dude. I love Fast Times.
Fast Times, I watched it once, probably twice.
It's
probably
hilarious.
twice.
It's hilarious.
I didn't like Sean Penn's character. I wasn't crazy about it. It just seemed too.
But he was barely in the movie though. He's only in there for.
It just seemed too too stereotypical.
Another pick for this,
like surfer, stoner, like they just.
That was like 30 years ago, dude.
It
It made sense then. Now that probably wouldn't happen. But
your boy's in that. What's his name?
Another movie I'd pick for this conversation is Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Oh yeah.
Although I don't love it like a lot of people
Dazed and Confused
do, but
is
it's good.
Dazed and Confused is probably one of the best written movies for a weed movie.
Oh no, yeah, because it's layered with tons of characters, tons of stories. And then you go back and watch that movie, and you're like, look at all the fucking people that were in that movie when they were young.
Detroit Rock City is close. Yes.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Detroit Rock City, yes. Good call. Good call on that one.
But yeah, it's not my favorite.
But like, see, like stupid movies like How High. I like How High. I watch it.
How High's hilarious.
I'll enjoy it.
See, that's another one I would have picked too. I can watch that one and be. I'm not a smoker, but I'd be drunk as fuck and watch that and be laughing my ass
By the
off.
way, notable reference for actors or cameos in Half Baked. Snoop Dogg shows up in Half Baked, which is a funny scene because he's actually one of the bum. He's a what do they call it? Basically, he's one of the people that bum weed. So he like shows up out of nowhere.
He smokes
he smokes like the whole butt, and then he's like, "Yo, we sell this, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I just quit yesterday, but that's what I love about it."
I'm just glad nobody brought up that piece of shit movie when I was young. Or
something we're gonna enjoy. Here we go.
When I was in high school, dude, everybody loved this fucking movie, and I hated it so much. What's the one with their video game?
Blair Witch?
Their video game people. It's
Grandma's
Sandler.
Boy.
I fucking hate
Grandma's Boy's
that
awesome.
movie. Oh, I can't stand that
where he
movie.
lives in the basement or
They make video games.
No, he gets kicked out of his place because his what you call his.
Is that the one that has like a monkey in it?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
He's like,
It's
dude, you can't be talking like that when the lion's around, man. The fucking dealer.
That movie blows.
Oh my god, I'm glad you mentioned
By
Grandma's Boy because I actually
standards
love that movie.
even by comedy standards, I'm like,
Dude, you got to sit back and enjoy it.
when I was in high school, that was the thing, and so was Dane Cook, and they both were unfunny. and
Dane
they both
Cook is
sucked.
a great. No, you can't compare the two.
No, I mean they were both big. Like everybody's like, "Have you seen Grandma's Boy? You gotta see it." And then, "Have you seen the stand-up of Dane Cook?" I'm like, "Yeah, I saw them both. They both suck." Like I didn't like both of them. I didn't like either of them. The only reason I made a Twitter account, I went on Twitter. I made a Twitter like 12 years ago, only to go directly to both John Mayer and Dan Cook's actual Twitter page didn't tell them both they fucking sucked. It's the only reason why I made a Twitter ever.
So back to the weed movies.
You suck, Dan Cook.
Grandma's Boy, I loved it. I'm sorry, I love it's not a it's. Again,
there's more offensive movies, like the worst movie ever made, or one of the
I
top
accept it
5
for what it is.
Would you consider it a weed movie, or they're stupid like Weed Heads, I guess, or like the stereotypical ones? One of my worst all-time hated movies. I can't stand it. Do Where's My Car? Hate
That's
it.
not a weed movie. They don't get high.
That movie's fucking awesome.
I hate it, dude. To me. I have such
And go.
I have such strong dislike for that movie that I'm drinking at a barn and I go back to a girl's house, and if I see she's got like a Blu-ray copy of it, I'm gone, dude. I'm like, you actually searched a high definition version of this movie? Like, nope.
What if she inherited it? Her dead brother.
Nobody's got that, dude. The fact that she's got it,
Never know.
It doesn't exist on Blu-ray. That's my point. She searched. She went out of her way to find
her
it.
Her dead brother passed away and left her all her shit, and that's what's there.
Oh, her dead brother got bad taste.
It's a blank disc that she wanted to make some homemade porn with you, but you pieced out.
You just gave him a pussy because of the
too
fact
bad.
that she had Do Where's My Car.
It's terrible.
That's
I'm
a
sorry.
fact.
That's how but I'm a cinephile though. The fact if you I judge you a whole lot on your taste of movies, and it's like that's a bad fucking movie. It's not as bad as Bubble Boy with Jake Gyllenhaal.
You know, I've never watched that movie.
Don't.
I've never watched that
That
movie.
being pretty dumb.
It's
Yeah.
awful. Jesus, it's awful.
It was
There's-
like that. See, that reminds me of like that period of time. Like for me, I was going to military school then, and I'd come home for the summer, and it was like the stuff that would play on like HBO or whatever all summer on repeat. You just kind of have it in the background, be like drinking with your friends. Smoking weed,
Oh yeah, that's a perfect movie for that.
you know. So like Half Baked. I don't know if I've ever actually watched all the way through.
You gotta
I've
watch
probably
it.
Seen it like 20 times in the background.
No, you
I'm
gotta
not a
watch
fan
it.
of it, but it's worth a watch.
You gotta watch it once.
It's at least worth one watch. Yeah, I will give it. That's like it's like Schindler's
It's got
List.
it's
It's like Schindler's List is worth a watch. It's a
let's
depressing
not get-
movie,
let's not
but
get
I'm
into
just,
that.
no, but I'm just saying they
trying to
share.
keep it low.
But I'm saying they share one thing in common.
Trying to keep it high.
They share one thing in common.
No pun.
Worth one watch. Appreciate the filmmaking. You're like, okay, I don't ever need to see that ever again.
But yeah, I like the mentions here. I totally left out Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You had a few good ones actually.
And just being fans of horror. I mean, there's endless amounts of horror movies where the kids are stoned out of their fucking minds. Friday the 13th. Those are awesome pothead movies about being pothead movies because they're just like, you want to smoke some weed, man? And fucking,
Is Kevin Bacon get high enough?
I think he does. Yeah. He gets
Kevin
high as
Bacon?
fuck. And then he gets an arrow through his neck. Then he gets an arrow through his fucking neck.
I do like the high kid, the weed head from Freddy vs. Jason.
I was gonna say Freddy vs. Jason has a great scene with
Yeah.
Freddy fucking.
Wasn't he like a caterpillar or some
Where you
shit?
going, caterpillar man? And I was just high as hell. Yeah. Oh yeah. And how could we forget fucking Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Oh yeah, all the Kevin Smith movies.
Yeah, Kevin Smith.
But
But
that's
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back might be the best one as far as like if you're looking for a stoner like retard comedy.
as much as I love Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I wouldn't classify it as a stoner movie only because
No, I wouldn't either. But I mean,
there's so much he's sticking it to Hollywood in those movies where he doesn't. The stoning part just kind of loses it's in the background more than the foreground. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
And he's doing it again with Jay and Silent Bob Strike reboot. Speaking of reboots, it's a good segue.
that is a good segue.
That's a perfect segue.
That was gifted. Thank you very much.
When's that coming out?
To be honest, I'm not sure, but they just finished production,
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
was
pretty
gonna
sure.